Hey y'all, what is up? This is Rosie, and over the weekend I finished reading this book called Redemption by Kenya Wright, who has quickly become my second favorite author. So, Ebony Day and her three kids, Kiara, 13, Jalen, 10, and Poppy, 8, they run scared from her monster, from her husband, Wyatt, who is highly physically abusive and very scary. Every time they land somewhere, every time they find a new place to settle, Wyatt finds them without fail. And Ebony is unsure at first why Wyatt finds them so easily. It's not as if they land somewhere obvious, because they come from Los Angeles. Wyatt knows that Ebony prefers the big city to a countryside, but they're not landing anywhere that obvious. They're not like going to this town and that town in California to land somewhere highly obvious. So how the hell is Wyatt finding them? It is revealed very early on how, and it is disheartening when you find out. So I'm not going to tell you, but they crash onto the land of a man named Yoshiro. Yoshiro is a former enforcer for the Chicago mob who had something very tragic happen to his family, not his mom and dad, but his wife and newborn son. And when this happens, he had to take action, and after that he runs for his life to Tenino, Washington. And he makes some smart investments under encrypted names, and he doesn't put himself in the system so the Chicago mob cannot find him. He keeps an eye on them though. It's like he sees them but they can't see him type of situation. And soon they get taken down, the whole entire mob family that Yoshiro worked for gets taken down by the feds. So pretty soon he's a very wealthy man and he is safe, basically. Him and his friend named Kevin, who he took with him because they knew that in order to get to Yoshiro, they had to get to Kevin. And Yoshiro is not letting that happen. Kevin is Yoshiro's childhood best friend, so he takes him with him and they are safe. Ebony crashes onto Yoshiro's land with her three kids, and there is a snowstorm, a blizzard, and Yoshiro lets them stay with him, and he very easily and very soon falls in love with not only Ebony but her three kids, and he wants to do everything in his power to keep them safe. So Kevin and Yoshiro keep an eye out on Wyatt. They find out where he is, what he's doing, and how close he is to finding his wife and children. Well, they find out, and Yoshiro puts a scare into Wyatt. But because of the agency that Wyatt works for, Kevin fucked up. He hacked into the system where Wyatt worked for, and they found Tenino, Washington. Like, how else are they going to find Tenino, Washington? So they go after Kevin, and they think that Kevin is hiding Ebony, which he is not. But some stuff takes place, and Yoshiro's like, no, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. He's too close. So, what happens with the final battle, basically, the boss challenge, it's pretty brutal. So I'm not going to tell you what happens there, but it's a beautifully written story because the love story between Yoshiro and Ebony is a slow burn. Because Ebony doesn't want to fall in love with any man because of Wyatt. and because of how brutal he is and how she just doesn't trust anyone. Yoshiro doesn't want to fall in love because of what happened with his wife and newborn son, and he's just not looking for anybody, but the love between them is inevitable. They are two people who are strong, and they are fiercely loyal to those they love. Ebony is very protective of her children, and so Yoshiro falls in love with that. Plus, she's very beautiful. She's got these beautifully done, beautifully twisted dreadlocks that are candy curled at the end, and he just falls in love with her. He doesn't even understand how, but she's just easy to love and easy to talk to. So they become a family. The kids are quickly drawn to Yoshiro. They are comfortable around him and his two huskies, Salt and Pepper, because Yoshiro is a fan of 80s hip hop. He loves 80s hip hop. So now you know how Salt and Pepper got their name. And so yeah, you have to pick this book up. I will put the link in the description, as well as the link to my blog where I fully review this book. I gave it 5 stars because nothing is missing from the prologue to the epilogue. Everything is in this book, and I adored it. I absolutely adored it. So if you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. But if you are sensitive to violence, easily triggered, then you might not want it. But there are plenty of other books within Kenya Wright's list of classics and books and stuff that you can just pick up and read, because this woman is talented. After Olivia Gaines, Kenya Wright is my girl. I love her. My reviews are not in any way, shape, or form endorsed by these authors. I'm pretty sure they don't even know that I'm doing it. I do it on my own because I love to read and I love to share what I've read. So because of that, you get book reviews. And yeah, I highly recommend it. So pick up Kenya Wright's Redemption. If you are into this type of stuff, you'll love it. But with that, you guys, I'm going to go. As usual, there is a donations link, or there are donations links in the description. Included are my PayPal, Cash App, and a GoFundMe. If you would consider clicking on those and checking them out and helping me, I would really appreciate it. The money would go for bills, rent, food, just things that will keep me and this channel going. And I would really appreciate it because you would be helping me out more than you even possibly realize. And I thank you in advance. A wise man once said, you have to build your tribe one person at a time. If you would like to be a part of my tribe, punch that subscribe button in the face like it owes you money, because it probably does. And I would really appreciate it, and you will be an instant part of my tribe. But as I said before, I am going to go. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me, wasting time with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to see y'all on the next upload. Bye for now.